Hello, in this video we are going to see the Python program with the SQL. Actually, what is SQL is structured query language. Structured query language is a language which queries the database to get necessary information from the database. So you all know what is database. Database is a collection of table, and table is a collection of rows and columns. That means you can have many records in the table. For example, a table of a student, a table of a class, a table of a college. So the table is a collection of information about particular entity. Okay. So now let us see in this program how to make the SQL connection to get the database query, and then we'll show you how to run the program. Okay. So initially let us see the steps of the program. So how to use the SQL. In order to use the SQL program, we have to follow these steps. So what are the steps? Step 1 is we have to first establish a connection to the SQLite database by creating a connection object. So we have to create a connection object. I'll show the steps in the program. These are all the steps to follow theoretically. Okay. So now the connection is made from the Python to the SQLite database, and then we are going to create a cursor. What is a cursor? It is an object which can hold some set of data which is called row set. What is row set? Row set is a collection of rows. Okay, so here from a query we can select some rows of data, and those data can be put in a cursor object, and then from the or through the cursor object any process can be done. So that is the purpose of the cursor object. That means a portion of the row, a portion of the table can be taken and put in as an row set in a cursor, and then we can use any process as we wish, and then we have to execute an select statement. So we know that select statement is a statement which select a set of rows based on some conditions. Okay, and then we have to use the fetch all method. This fetch all method is a method which fetch all the data from the cursor object, and then we have to finally loop the cursor and process each row individually. That means we can use any for loop or any loop statement from Python to loop throughout the row set of the data. This is how these are all the steps to follow when we are using this SQL along with the Python program. Okay, so now let us see the program now, and then how it is going to work with the Python. So now this is the program screen. So now input SQLite tree. So SQLite tree is a module which help you to incorporate the SQL functionalities into your Python program. So as we told in the previous slide, we have to first create the connection object. How to create the connection object? You can use any variable conn equal to SQLite tree is the module dot connect. So connect is the function to what to connect. To connect to an info.db. So db is the database name. It is going to connect this database to the SQLite module, and then next we have to define the cursor. So cur is equal, you can use any variable name. Cur cursor is equal to connect conn dot cursor. So cursor is the cursor helps you to create a cursor object in the any variable you are assigning to this place. Then we have to going to execute the any SQL statement. So here initially, because many times you use this run the program, you may create a new table. So we can use this table to drop the previously existing table. So that is why this statement is used, cur dot execute of drop table student, because once you run the program the table will be created, and then you can see the execution of the program. Then again we have to create the table. So once the table is existing, we cannot create it again and again. So that is what here we can use this cursor hash statement. Hash variable can be used over here. Hash symbol is used to make it as a comment, and then we can run the program for many times as we wish. And then cur dot execute, we are going to execute this particular SQL statement. What SQL statement? Create table. The table name is student. So create is the keyword, table is the keyword, and student is the table name. What we are going to create? Two columns, name and age. And then print, enter 5 student names and their age respectively. So I just am this program I'm just giving only 5 data. So we are entering the 5 data. So 5 students. So how to get the data? Use the for loop. For I in range of 5. That means it will get from 0 to 4. So 5 data will be got. And then what will be got? The name and the age. So who is equal to? Who is the variable name for name? So how to get the input? Input, enter name. As I told in the previous videos, Python always get the value as a string format. So no need to convert into an integer format. Simply keep as it is. Here a square bracket is missing here. Then only it will be an array like structure. And then age is equal to int of input of enter age. So this is an input from the keyboard to get the numerical value, which is age. So as we know, age will be entered only as a text from Python. This has to be converted into an integer function to get the numerical value, which is for suitable for age. Okay, so 2 inputs are got. Now we are going to insert these data into the table. Okay, so how to insert the table? Again, we are using a for loop in order to insert those data into the cursor. So how to use this statement? Cur is the connection.cursor, which is the cursor object, and then we are going to execute this statement. What statement? Insert into student values question mark who of I and age of I. What this statement does is, this statement will insert into the table name, which is the student table name, the values. What are the values? The values of name and the age. So that's what this question mark is replaced by a name. This question mark will be replaced by an age. So next, cur.execute select star from student order by age descending. So what this line of code will do is, so this particular statement will execute for many times. That may be n, may be length of who. What is who? Who is the number of names you are entering. So how many data you are entering, as per the n will be assigned, and then those data will be inserted into the student table. Okay, so now we are going to execute a statement on the cursor, which is an select statement, which will make this data order in the descending order. So this is the syntax for this statement. Select star from student order by age descending. This means you are going to get the data from the student table. How to get the data? The data will be ordered by the age. In which order? Descending order. If DSE is not mentioned, it is ascending order. Default is ascending order. If you want to mention as descending order, you have to use this first 4 letters DESC. And then print displaying all the records from student table in descending order. This is the message from the screen. So and then print cur.fetch all is equal to SCP and then /n. So this will go to the new line, and then it will be, this data will be separated by a new line, and then it will fetch all the data one by one and print on the screen in the order of the descending order of the age. This is the logic of the program. So just I repeat for once more, just on the syntax over here. So these statements, the first these 4 statements will make the connection to the database and also creates a cursor object, and then this line will get the input from the screen and then assign to the cursor object using this cursor.execute. And finally this cur.fetchAll is a statement which will fetch the data from the cursor and display on the screen. So this is how the Python program will be able to interact with the SQL database to get the data from the table. So we can see the output screen now. This is how the output looks like. Once you start executing, it will ask for the names of the students and the ages. So I just given as a sample A as 18, and then it is displayed A18, then B is 18, it is A18 and B18, and then name is C, and then I am, so here when you are giving, actually here the same age is given, but when you are giving this different ages, the age will be displayed in the descending order of the age. That is the logic of the program. I will show you the run the executing screen also for clarity. Okay, so now this is how the logic of the program works. Now let me just show you how to run the program from the Python screen. Okay, so you can see the program over here. So this is the program. You can see, just explain the concept over here. So run the program. Once you run the program, you are getting this particular screen, and then enter the value. I am giving the value of some few students and then their age. So you can see how the display goes. And now I am giving another student name and then the age. And now you see 78 is the age of the other student, and then it has gone up. And now I am giving some other student name whose age is little bit lesser than, so you can see it will come to the last. So if now suppose if I enter another name, so that with the higher age, you can see how it goes to the top. Okay, so now this Yamini has gone to the top level. Okay, so this is how the program. So since I have given for 5 data, I am just typing 5 student data, and then it's a name. Suppose if I give the data was 17, which is color is age, now it is in the last of the screen. So as 5 datas are input from this, you can see the input screen here. As we are having 5 data, it is asking for 5 data information, and we are giving the data. So once it is got, it is displayed in the order of the descending order of the age. So when you keep adding the data, automatically the data arranges in the order of the age in the descending order. So we can see, finally you can see the result here. So Yamini 90, 78, 67, 56, 7. So this is how the order of the age has been arranged by the system itself using this statement. Which statement? Select star from student order by age descending. So this is how the Python program is able to interact with the SQL to get the necessary queries to be executed. Hope you understood the logic behind this program, and thanks for watching.